Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Stedman. In this video I want to teach you how to knit this beautiful hat. It's the version of the one that I did last week with circular needle. I mentioned that I wanted to do one with a straight needle, that way you see the difference of the stitches. So this is the result. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the listed material you're gonna need to make. To make this hat, I'm gonna use from Loops and Thread Charisma 100% acrylic. I have 100 grams and is bulky 5 and the color is bouquet. I'm gonna need 2 sets of needles. This one is 6 millimeters and this one is 7, and you're gonna need measuring tape. Last week I did these hats, but I did them with circular needle, and I mentioned that I'm gonna use exactly the same stitch, and I'm gonna do them with a straight needle, and you'll see that they wanna look different. The stitch don't look the same. So I wanted to do this because I know some of you will want to see the done with a straight needle, because some of you don't have a circular needle or don't know how to work with the circular needles. So I have 8 of these done. And number 9 is this gorgeous. It's a chocolate cupcake. So I had to finish that one, and I still have to do a few more, but I love my family gonna be warm this winter. So you're gonna need as well tapestry needle and scissors. Okay, we're gonna start with a 6 millimeter needle. So you're gonna cast on 60 stitches, so you need a tail long enough for your 60 stitches. So you're gonna wrap around 15 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. You pull that strand and you fold it in half, and you let go, and you measure all that in half again, and always leaving a little extra. And here I have my tail for my 60 stitches. We're gonna start with a slip knot. And something that I wanted to mention is, okay, these 2 hats are done exactly with the same amount of stitches. And look at the difference in size. So this one is done with a 7 in the border and an 8 in the top. This one with a 6 in the border and a 7 on the top. So let's say you have needles 6 and 7, and you want the hat to be a little more loose and more, you know, slouchy in the back. You can do 62 stitches instead of 60. And let's say you want a little bit smaller than this one, you can do 58 stitches, or you can use a 5 millimeter for here and a 6, and the hat will be much smaller. Okay. So this is the first one that I'm gonna do with a straight needle. So like this, we're gonna do a regular cast on and cast on 60 stitches. Here I have my 60 stitches, and I'm gonna do a knot in here to secure the last one. And for the border, we're gonna do a rib stitch of 1 net, 1 purl. So you want to start with 1 net, and 1 purl, 1 net, and 1 purl. I finished that row, and I found this, I had these finger protectors. They are silicone, and I decided to put it here in the back. That way you see that I don't have that noise anymore when I'm working here. So It's another use for them. So again, you finish with one purl and you're gonna start with a net and then one purl, and you're gonna do that repetition of those 2 rows for 9 rows. In row number 10, we're gonna change size needle, so we're gonna do again one net, one purl, but with a bigger size. So you're gonna continue doing this for 9 rows, and I will meet you here when I have my 9 done. Now we're gonna do row number 10, and I already changed to this one, the little cap, and then later when I finish with this one, I will put it in the other bigger size needle. So you're gonna do 1 row of 1 net and 1 purl, working with a bigger size needle. And after this row, we're gonna start with the design of the stitch. So I finished row number 10, and this measures 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters. So now we're gonna start with a stitch. So for these hats, we start with a yarn over and 2 together and a purl stitch. So for this, since it's an open hat, you have to start with the purl because you don't can do the yarn over in the air. So you're gonna start with 1 purl, yarn over, and 2 purls together. Yarn over, 2 purls together. And now I'm working with the 7 millimeters, both needles. Yarn over and purl 2 together. Yarn over and purl 2 together. Like that, you're going to continue this row. You're going to finish this row with a yarn over, 2 together, and a purl stitch, and you will have 1 purl left, and you'll purl that one. And that's how you're going to finish each row. You turn your work around, and you're going to do the same repetition as row number 1. So it's the same repetition for every single row. You're going to start with 1 purl, yarn over, and 2 together and a purl stitch. And now the 2 together is this one here plus the yarn over in here. Again, yarn over and 2 together. You see, this is the yarn over. You have this stitch that you have here was the 2 purls together that you made, and in this side you're going to grab that one and the yarn over on the other side and do 2 together. Yarn over and 2 together, and at the end you're going to finish here with the yarn over, 2 together, and 1 purl at the end. Okay, so you have to make sure that you do the yarn over, because if you miss a yarn over, you are decreasing when you do the 2 together. So you have to make sure that you do the yarn over before you do the 2 together. It'll start to look like this. We finished row number 2, and for row number 3 and on, gonna be exactly the same repetition. 1 purl, yarn over, and 2 purls together. Yarn over, 2 purls together. Yarn over, 2 purls together, and then you're gonna finish with 1 purl. So that it's exactly the same stitch as we did in this one. The only difference that in this one we start with 1 purl, and in this one we start right away with a yarn over, 2 together, yarn over, 2 together, and a purl stitch. Okay. So you're gonna work this hat until I measure 22 and a half centimeters. And if you want a little bit less slouchy, you will do from 21 to 21 centimeters and a half. Okay. So you start again with 1 purl, yarn over, and 2 together in a purl stitch, yarn over, and 2 together in a purl stitch, and the second one of the 2 together is the yarn over from the row before. So when I'm done a few rows, I will show you what the stitch look like, and you will see the difference between working the same stitch with circular needle or a straight needle. Gonna be totally different. So I'm working in row number 9, and I just wanted to show you the stitch. Look how different it is from these ones in here. So this is the inside, and this was the right side that we work our piece, and look how different it is from this one, and this one is the same in both sides. So it can be done with a straight and circular needle, but the hat gonna look totally different, like a different stitch. So I'm gonna work a few more rows and I will show you my progress. So that's what I've done so far, and it's a very open stitch. So I'm working in row 14. Here I have 26 rows and measure 22 centimeters. So now we're going to start with decrease, and it will be 4 rows of decrease of 2 purls together, 2 purls together, purl 2 together, purl 2 together for 4 rows. So you're going to go 2 together, go back with 2 together, 2 together, and again. So you're going to do 2 together in here and a purl stitch, and now the yarn over is in the front, so you're going to pass under the yarn over and to the next one, and you're going to do those 2 together. Remember, you don't have to do the yarn over anymore because we want to decrease. Like that, you're going to continue for 4 rows. I finished the first row of decrease, and again the second row is exactly the same, 2 together, and a purl stitch. So you go back again with the same, and again I'm going to repeat this twice more, so you have just a few stitches left on your needle. So I have 4 stitches left, and now you're going to cut a tail long enough for sewing. And I find that with circular needle you have a little more yarn left over than with a straight needle. So now we're going to cut the yarn long enough to close the top and sew the side of the hat. Now with the tapestry needle, you're going to pass it through those 4 stitches twice. That way it's nice and secure. You can remove your needle now, and then we're going to start sewing the side of our hat. Sewing from one side to the other one, and make sure that the work is even. And so here almost under the stitch, that purl stitch. That way you don't get a seam in here. So that way I'm gonna continue sewing all the way to the end of this hat. Nice and even. Here at the end, you're gonna lose those two tails and you're done your hat. Here's the difference between a hat made with a straight needle and circular needle with the same fantasy stitch. This one is open and have more space, it's loose. And this one is done exactly the same size needle and it's smaller. It's more fitted to the head. And this one is more loose. You see all the space in here. Just by using a straight needle and circular needle, and believe it or not, it's just the same stitch, yarn over and purl two together. So, and this is the leftover of this one. I don't show the leftover of that one because I already wrap it up in a bowl. I'm creating a bowl of all the leftover of these hats to see what I create later on with it. So now I'm going to put it in my mannequin and I will show you the end result. So this is what it looks like. You see this one is more loose in here. But it still looks really nice. And I'm going to put it on the other one, that way you see the difference. So the other one is already in my channel, the video. So you decide which one you want to make. Or both. Well, here's the other hat. It's amazing the difference. I love this one. This one is more defined and you can see the beautiful stitches and the color. But I'm giving you the two options and you can make whichever you like or both. And I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this piece and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, or you can find me in my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. Please share my video with friends and family, that way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day.